What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my crypto journey. My name is Rodney, and the question is, whatever happened to Saita Realty? What the hell is going on with Saita Realty? Now, get this. Imagine hanging out with your fellow scam-ass developers one night and just coming up with, an idea, right? They had an epiphany. So, hey, man, what if, we make a token? Get this. We make a token. We have people buy into it. It's going to be exclusive to our Saitama app because no one else is going to use this shit unless we have an exclusive project. And Lily Finance took off on us, so we got to create an exclusive app. Okay, I have an idea. We'll make this project. We'll tell people when they invest in it, we're going to use that money. And in the United States, which is totally legal, not any sort of security issue at all, we're going to buy commercial property, and then the revenue we get off of that, we're going to distribute back to the holders. Okay, so that was the idea of Saita Realty. Now, I made a video about this. I'll put it up in the description up here. When this first dropped, I was like, you cannot be kidding me. I cannot believe that they were peddling this shit out. Right now, if you go to the Saita Realty Twitter, there have been no updates. It's like it's an abandoned project. Now, they did mention something about getting Saita Realty back on Saitama Pro, but it's like, what about the people who want to trade it? You cannot trade it if you have it in the first Saitama. The original Saitama is shut down. I had $300 in Saita Realty, and they have a liquidity issue, right? Not a lot of people were able to take out all the money at once. When this thing started pumping, there are friends of the channel who had $60K in Saita Realty. They couldn't pull any of it out because there was no liquidity, right? Very, very interesting. But let's read this Reddit post. And shout out to DJ for hooking me up with this Reddit post. So it says, what happened to Saita Realty? I haven't heard of any news related to Saita Realty in a long time. I saw that Saitama closed its liquidity pools a couple of weeks ago, and that's true. That was the only place you could purchase or sell Saita Realty on the blockchain, though it is still listed on LBank and possibly other centralized exchanges. There haven't been any Twitter updates to Saita Realty in 2 months. There are not Saitama-related retweets. I was hoping to see some real estate being purchased, which is a fucking joke, right? But there has never been any mention of that except before the token launch. This leads me to wonder whether the devs have any intention of continuing with the project or not. Look they just scrapped everything, right? They dissolved their LLC here in the United States. Max is not part of the LLC anymore, and they're moving over to Dubai. Especially with all this regulation coming up, I highly doubt they can purchase any real estate in the United States. It's just not going to happen. They're going to have to do it in another country, right? I poked fun at the white paper when it was released because there was all sorts of grammatical errors and everything, right? But at the same time, I really hope the devs would actually pull through with the plan. Now, at what point has this team actually followed through with anything they've said? They haven't yet. It would have been exciting to see them show off construction updates, interviews with potential residents, etc. I had only heard of individuals using crypto to purchase property, so it did seem like a unique concept to me. And it has happened. There have been people that have purchased property with Bitcoin, but it was a little different, right? It was a little different. Like Bitcoin, I guess, a store of value, right? So it was a little different. You're not investing in the Bitcoin and the developers of the project. We're going to use your money to buy property and then pay you back. That's not what was going to happen, right? I don't want to dismiss Saita Realty as an empty promise. Well, it is. But as more time passes without any word on it, it's hard to see Saita Realty ever achieving the vision they had for it. I know that Saitama V2 migration has been ongoing and Saita Realty's launch was less than ideal, but I don't think that can excuse such a long hiatus. And I absolutely agree. And then someone says, this is a really good question. This person talks about how it's on the back burner until Saita Pro is live. They have stated Saita Realty is on the back burner until Saita Pro is live. You cannot put something on the back burner and make it so people can't trade it on the blockchain when you have your money in it. It's like you can't just halt trading on it. You can, but it's criminal to me. Absolutely insane. Now, check this out. I believe that the dissolving of the LLC in the United States and going over to the UAE is part of the long-term plan, since real property would generate with real property would generate monies in which the tax system in the U.S. would make messy. I'm no expert, but it's a guess. And that makes sense, right? That absolutely does make sense. I don't think they can pull off Saita Realty here in the United States. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Did you invest in the Saita Realty? To me, this was just, a money grab, a liquidity grab. I don't think they ever had any intention of taking this project, any further than it went. I mean, when it first dropped, like I said, check out that video. It'll be at the end of this video and I'll put it up in the cards. It just seemed like a shitcoin to me. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'm interested to hear your opinion. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.